Nat Castle. Former American Excellence Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the American Hammer, Quay, does battle with Dalton McKENZIE. The Son of the Sun, Leo Sparrow, squares off against Samoan Dynasty member Lance ANOA'I in an AXW Heritage Championship tournament match. The veteran Jack Vaughn steps inside the squared circle and will do battle one-on-one with Richard Holiday. A massive fatal four-way has been signed for AXW I'm Still Standing, featuring the Speed Sensation Dustin Waller, Truly Blessed Casey Navarro, the Phoenix GKM, and the Captain of the Sky, RAHEEM Royal. The new AXW Tag Team Champions Security Inc. defend their championships against the former champion, the Golden Era, in a jailhouse match where the losing team spends the night in jail. In the main event, the American Excellence Wrestling Champion O'Shea Edwards will defend his championship against his challenger, the closer, JARETT DIAZ. Be sure to tune into this event and all future American Excellence Wrestling events at www.excellence.tv. Fans, are you ready? Tonight, American Excellence Wrestling proudly presents I'm Still Standing. AXW fan favorite, serious business Andy Header will go one-on-one with the Vexcellence of Vexecution, Tommy Vex, of course, with Mary Elizabeth in his corner. AXW fans, are you ready? Tonight, American Excellence Wrestling proudly presents I'm Still Standing. AXW fan favorite, serious business Andy Header will go one-on-one with the Vexcellence of Vexecution, Tommy Vex, of course, with Mary Elizabeth in his corner. Former NXT star, the Notorious Mimi, goes one-on-one with Latina Spice, Nat Castle. Former American Excellence Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the American Hammer, Quay, does battle with Dalton McKENZIE. The Son of the Sun, Leo Sparrow, squares off against Samoan Dynasty member Lance ANOA'I in an AXW Heritage Championship tournament match. The veteran Jack Vaughn steps inside the squared circle and will do battle one-on-one with Richard Holiday. A massive fatal four-way has been signed for AXW I'm Still Standing, featuring the Speed Sensation Dustin Waller, Truly Blessed Casey Navarro, the Phoenix GKM, and the Captain of the Sky, RAHEEM Royal. The new AXW Tag Team Champions Security Inc. defend their championships against the former champion, the Golden Era, in a jailhouse match where the losing team spends the night in jail. In the main event, the American Excellence Wrestling Champion O'Shea Edwards will defend his championship against his challenger, the closer, JARETT DIAZ. Be sure to tune into this event and all future American Excellence Wrestling events at www.excellence.tv. AXW fans, are you ready? Tonight, American Excellence Wrestling proudly presents I'm Still Standing. AXW fan favorite, serious business Andy Header will go one-on-one with the Vexcellence of Vexecution, Tommy Vex, of course, with Mary Elizabeth in his corner. Former NXT star, the Notorious Mimi, goes one-on-one with Latina Spice, Nat Castle. Former American Excellence Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the American Hammer, Matt Quay, does battle with Dalton McKENZIE. The Son of the Sun, Leo Sparrow, squares off against Samoan Dynasty member Lance ANOA'I in an AXW Heritage Championship tournament match. The veteran Jack Vaughn steps inside the squared circle and will do battle one-on-one with Richard Holiday. A massive fatal four-way has been signed for AXW I'm Still Standing, featuring the Speed Sensation Dustin Waller, Truly Blessed Casey Navarro, the Phoenix GKM, and the Captain of the Sky, RAHEEM Royal. The new AXW Tag Team Champions Security Inc. defend their championships against the former champions, the Golden Era, in a jailhouse match where the losing team spends the night in jail. In the main event, the American Excellence Wrestling Champion O'Shea Edwards will defend his championship against his challenger, the closer, JARETT DIAZ. Be sure to tune into this event and all future American Excellence Wrestling events at www.excellence.tv. AXW fans, are you ready? Tonight, American Excellence Wrestling proudly presents I'm Still Standing. AXW fan favorite, serious business Andy Header will go one-on-one with the Vexcellence of Vexecution, Tommy Vex, of course, with Mary Elizabeth in his corner. Former NXT star, the Notorious Mimi, goes one-on-one with Latina Spice, Nat Castle. Former American Excellence Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the American Hammer, Matt Quay, does battle with Dalton McKENZIE. The Son of the Sun, Leo Sparrow, squares off against Samoan Dynasty member Lance ANOA'I in an AXW Heritage Championship tournament match. The veteran Jack Vaughn steps inside the squared circle and will do battle one-on-one with Richard Holiday. A massive fatal four-way has been signed for AXW I'm Still Standing, featuring the Speed Sensation Dustin Waller, Truly Blessed Casey Navarro, the Phoenix GKM, and the Captain of the Sky, RAHEEM Royal. The new AXW Tag Team Champions Security Inc. defend their championships against the former champions, the Golden Era, in a jailhouse match where the losing team spends the night in jail. In the main event, the American Excellence Wrestling Champion O'Shea Edwards will defend his championship against his challenger, the closer, JARETT DIAZ. Be sure to tune into this event and all future American Excellence Wrestling events at www.excellence.tv. AXW fans, are you ready? Tonight, American Excellence Wrestling proudly presents I'm Still Standing. AXW fan favorite, serious business Andy Header will go one-on-one with the Vexcellence of Vexecution, Tommy Vex, of course, with Mary Elizabeth in his corner. Former NXT star, the Notorious Mimi, goes...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AXW presents I'm Still Standing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we start our show here tonight, if everybody here could please rise, take off your hats as we have a 10-bell salute for Alpha, ANOA'I, and Kevin Sullivan.
AXW fans, are you ready? Tonight, American Excellence Wrestling proudly presents I'm Still Standing. AXW fan favorite, serious business Andy Header will go one-on-one with the Vexcellence of Vexecution, Tommy Vex, of course, with Mary Elizabeth in his corner. Former NXT star, the Notorious Mimi, goes one-on-one with Latina Spice, Nat Castle. Former American Excellence Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the American Hammer, Matt Quay, does battle with Dalton McKENZIE. The Son of the Sun, Leo Sparrow, squares off against Samoan Dynasty member Lance ANOA'I in an AXW Heritage Championship tournament match. The veteran Jack Vaughn steps inside the squared circle and will do battle one-on-one with Richard Holiday. A massive fatal four-way has been signed for AXW I'm Still Standing, featuring the Speed Sensation Dustin Waller, Truly Blessed Casey Navarro, the Phoenix GKM, and the Captain of the Sky, RAHEEM Royal. The new AXW Tag Team Champions Security Inc. defend their championships against the former champion, the Golden Era, in a jailhouse match where the losing team spends the night in jail. In the main event, the American Excellence Wrestling Champion O'Shea Edwards will defend his championship against his challenger, the closer, JARETT DIAZ. Be sure to tune into this event and all future American Excellence Wrestling events at www.excellence.tv.
AXW Nation, welcome to I'm Still Standing here live on Excellence.tv. What a night we have for you. The AXW title on the line in our main event this evening. The big bad kaiju O'Shea Edwards defending against JARETT DIAZ. Not the only title on the line though. More than titles on the line when the Golden Era faces Security Inc. for the tag team titles in a jailhouse match. The losing team is spending the night in a slammer. But as can happen in professional wrestling, cards subject to change. Unfortunately, we will have some changes tonight. Tony Deppen unable to make it here, had some commitments, but we have a hell of a replacement for you. Later tonight, it is going to be Sean Legacy and the blessed Casey Navarro in an amazing contest. And we did have to start in a bittersweet moment here. The wrestling world, especially here in Eastern Pennsylvania, reeling at the loss of Afa ANOA'I Sr., Afa the Wild Samoan. His grandson, Lance ANOA'I, of course, is spending time with his family in this deep, this horrible, horrible circumstance. Leo Sparrow will be in our opening match, and we will have Leo Sparrow and Lance ANOA'I in our Heritage Title Tournament qualifier next month. But you don't want to hear from me, you want to hear from Samira. Let's take it to the ring and start the AXW action.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AXW I'm Still Standing. We're live here in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania, and live on Excellence.tv. All right, who's ready for our first matchup of the evening? We have referee Stephen Z here as we kick off this show with a fatal four-way, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
And we are not going to get started with anything light. We are going to jump right into it.
From way up in the sky, he is way too fly, the captain of the sky, RAHEEM Royal.
RAHEEM Royal, we saw him for the first time in AXW last month on Recharge, and he is going to have a very, very tough task ahead of him in this four-way opener. There goes a hat. When they said Tony Deppen couldn't beat her tonight, I thought the hats were going to be safe. I was wrong. RAHEEM Royal filling in admirably. And looking to show off exactly what we can do. He does not need a hoverboard to fly. I guarantee you that. some words for AXW Nation as the first of his 3 opponents is about to come to the ring. And it is the incomparable Dustin Flash Waller, one of the most exciting talents that AXW has been making a name for himself in matches just like this one. 3-ways, 4-ways, ways when he can put his athleticism to incredible use. Also, one half of the Miracle Generation very nearly became the AXW Tag Team Champions a few months ago. But Dustin Flash Waller, whether it's singles competition, whether it's tag team competition, is definitely making a name for himself. And you want to talk about making a name for yourself, that's exactly what GKM did last month in a classic, one of the greatest matches in AXW history, when he defeated Diego Hill in a match they're still talking about. GKM saving the night for the Ace of Space Academy. Flying solo tonight is the Phoenix, and quickly becoming a huge crowd favorite here in Orwigsburg at the Veterans Memorial. They love him here. And we've got one more competitor to come out. We've also got another person joining me in the announce booth. This is an honor. I'm going to be joined by the legend himself, Carolina Jim, on commentary. And Carolina Jim, you are here just in time for Leo Sparrow, the son of the sun, the king of Kale.
What a way to kick off AXW with a 4-way.
A 4-way of 4 of our most gifted high flyers. I'm going to need another 2 or 3 commentators because it's going to be impossible to call this one. Almost as difficult as it's going to be to clean up all the kale that Leo Sparrow is depositing along the AXW floor here, the Veterans Memorial. Of course, Leo Sparrow was expecting a very different match tonight before you were able to join me here on commentary. I mentioned, of course, everybody's minds on the, everybody's minds and hearts are with the ANOA'I family. Lance ANOA'I, of course, unable to make it tonight, mourning the passing of his grandfather off of the Wild Samoan. But Leo Sparrow and Lance ANOA'I will be facing off next month, September 14th, in Education and Rebellion. The winner will move to the finals against the winner of tonight's match between Andy Header and Tommy VECS to crown the very first Heritage Champion.
As always, card subject to change, but AXW, as always, coming through, making those last-minute changes and give the fans what they want.
And the fans are going to get what they want and then some with this one. I got that feeling. Leo Sparrow not waiting here, taking it to the outside, going to work on RAHEEM Royal. With some big forms, GKM and Dustin Flash Waller in the ring are just saying, go ahead, go for it. You can't see them on your screen right now, but they are just letting Leo Sparrow and RAHEEM Royal go at it here. Fighting all over the Orwigsburg Veterans Memorial. VSK's loving it. Leo Sparrow has his own wrestling buddy.
Hitting him with his own merch.
I believe ethically sourced from all vegan materials, Jim. I'm pretty sure that's the case. They might be taking this outside. They're going outside. This might end up in the bait. They might use the tank. There is a tank outside. When I came in this afternoon, There is a giant vat of oil out there.
We're on the ring trailer.
To make French fries. They might dump them in boiling oil here. Leo Sparrow has been locked out of the building. He would have to buy a ticket to get back into this one.
You might have to walk all the way around.
Hope it doesn't drive the tank through here. And now, finally, Dustin Flash Waller and GKM are going to square off. They were letting all the other pageantry, all the other festivities happen. Waller with a diving shoulder block. Leapfrog. Beautiful counters here. And it's that game of one-upsmanship. Anything you can do, I can do better. Nice trip there by Waller.
Nice kick up.
A little bit of a miscue there, but Waller is able to adjust. And an excellent tornado DDT. Now, I'm not sure if Leo Sparrow knows how to get back in the building. He may have seen a dandelion or something that's distracted him out there.
He distracts easily.
He does. And there you see Raheem Royal intercepting Dustin Waller as he goes for that springboard. And the action is going to spill all over here once again. Raheem Royal, I don't think he's been in the ring yet.
I mean, there's been more action on the ass side than there has been in the inside of the ring.
Not even close, I believe you're exactly right. And now Royal going to come in the ring in style. This is that buckshot lariat, but GKM does not miss with some beautiful kicks. Incredible athleticism, always on display from the Phoenix GKM. Has really kicked it into another gear, especially with that big win last month over Diego Hill in a show-stealing contest. And there you see Raheem Royal using the referee as a weapon. We saw that on Recharge a little bit earlier tonight. That is exactly how Drew Adler was able to defeat VSK. Raheem Royal had that well scouted, using the referee as a weapon, and just pulls the ripcord on GKM.
That might be it.
Just a 2 count.
Referee Steven Z.
And
with a 2 count.
And right now it is Raheem Royal who is taking charge of this 3-way contest. For all I know, Leo Sparrow.
We think it's still a 4-way,
yeah,
but we don't know if Sparrow's coming back or not.
He might be halfway to Long Island by now. He might be headed back to Creative Pro. And there is that vicious ripcord from Raheem Royal. So impressive so far. It has been his match in the early goings here. And so far it has been the other people in this match. Leo, wherever he is now, Dustin Waller, GKM, who have really made a name for themselves in the past few months here in AXW, but with a win right here, Raheem Royal puts himself right in that footing with them. And you can hear the chirping of GKM's fan base. They love him here.
He's a fan favorite here in Orwigsburg.
Beloved. That Ace of Space Academy all endearing themselves, but I think GKM maybe most of all. Big back elbow there from Raheem Royal.
Doesn't hook the leg.
Does not, and he pays the price. GKM able to power out of that quite easily. I believe Leo Sparrow might be out there making sure that the oil they're using to make the French fries is vegan. He's making sure it's either peanut oil or some kind of ethically sourced cottonseed oil. And there you see a jawbreaker from GKM, nice. Followed up with a chop.
Hard chop. Again with the chop.
But the kick from Raheem Royal is able to put a little extra on there. And the impact. Unbelievable counter from Raheem Royal, showing off exactly what he is capable of.
I think a star is being born here tonight with Raheem Royal.
Tiger driver out of the corner. Raheem Royal making an impact here. Taking advantage of the disappearance of Leo Sparrow. Dustin Waller has been pretty much a non-factor until now. Spoke too soon. But Royal right through those ropes. This is the point where the action gets so fast you can't even try to call it, Jim. You can't even try.
Going into the match, I would have said Dustin Waller was the favorite to win, but he hasn't been much of an impact at all in this match.
Dustin Waller has not been able to get it together, neither is Leo Sparrow. He could be long gone. GKM, though, in with that spinning wheel kick. But I can never see that move without thinking of the great Owen Hart. Couldn't have done it better.
Kick to the midsection.
But Raheem Royal has his opponents well scouted. Sit out power bomb.
Oh, almost a 3 count.
Very close, very, very close.
I think Raheem Royal was shocked he didn't get the 3 count with that.
He knows he has wrestled maybe the match of his career so far. Has to be able to put that together and get that 3 count, and this is the perfect time. In these types of matches, the thing you have to worry about is your opponent breaking it up. But here you see that beautiful spin-out power bomb. Again, maybe a little bit more of a cover, a little bit more of a cinched-in cover could have done it. And there is Dustin Flash Waller.
Finally making an impact is Dustin Flash Waller.
Could be looking for a superplex here. He is summoning GKM with his Kakal chant. As it looks like Raheem Royal has made himself a target with how dominant.
Oh,
Leo Sparrow is back! He took the long way around. He came back through the locker room. And now Tower of Doom! Leo Sparrow showing off some strength.
You have to say, Leo Sparrow, the fresh one in there now.
You know how much he was running around trying to get back in the building, but yeah, but obviously not the same thing as being in that ring, getting punished like that. He's got a handful of kale. That's going to wind up right in Raheem Royal's face. You got to believe there it is.
The old kale in the face spot.
Big step up knee from Leo Sparrow, and here comes one of his patented maneuvers, the Broccoli Buster, delivered by Leo Sparrow. Only a 2 count though. Raheem Royal staying in it. Leo though still by far the freshest competitor in this one. Low bridge. Raheem Royal had that one clocked all the way, but now GKM in, and this is what makes these matches so hard. You can't keep your eye on just one person. Neckbreaker from GKM, but here comes Waller! Out of nowhere. Waller with another counter. Here comes that springboard, but Waller with a springboard of his own. Cutter!
That has to be it.
1, 2, and it is it!
Here is your winner, Dustin Flash Waller!
Dustin Flash Waller with the big win there. Had the right opportunity at the right time. I believe we're going to get another look at it here.
Impressive victory by Dustin Flash Waller.
Waller now going to celebrate, getting his just due. And he beat Leo Sparrow, who is still in the Heritage Championship tournament. If Leo Sparrow winds up winning that tournament, you got to think Flash Waller is going to be your #1 contender. And it is seeing that handspring coming, doing a handspring of your own, getting that counter for the 1, the 2, the 3. Dustin Flash Waller is your winner in our opening contest. At one heck of an opening contest here, and I'm still standing. But still to come, up next, the Notorious Mimi is going to be taking on Latina Spice Nat Castle. And then a little bit later tonight, Matt Quay, the American Hammer, the former AXW World Champion, taking on Dalton McKenzie. And Andy Header talking about that Heritage Title Tournament, serious business. Andy Header and Tommy VECS are going to be in the semifinals. The winner will face the winner of next month's showdown between Lance ANOA'I. Our thoughts again with Lance ANOA'I and his entire family tonight. but next month it is him and Leo Sparrow in the semifinals of the Heritage Title Tournament. They're cleaning out the kale, so you're with us for a little bit. Joe Clean is going to be coming out. Joe Clean is going to help him. He's like, nah, I've already done my cleaning work for tonight. But yeah, we have a lot more to come. We have the 2 big title matches. We have a Jailhouse match. 2 people are going to be spending the night in jail, Jim.
I saw the cops outside. So.
I did get a chance to speak with Officer Bechtel. Officer Bechtel is here to lay down the law and order, and he's going to be taking either Security Inc. or the Golden Era to jail. And I believe Samir is going to be back with us here soon. We have an official on their way out. The action will be continuing here very, very soon. And then the action comes to a head in our main event tonight. JARETT, DIAZ, O'Shea Edwards, but it's time to go back to Samira.
We got referee James here.
Nat Castle making a name for herself, starting to spread her wings. We've seen quite a few of them so far. One of the pupils of the Creative Pro Wrestling Academy in Long Island, Pat Buck and Brian Myers, turning out some talent there. We saw VSK on Recharge. We just saw Leo Sparrow in her opener. Latina Spice following in their footsteps there at Creative Pro.
One of the top wrestling schools in the country.
And her opponent.
Speaking of top wrestling schools in the country, one of the best.
Factory Zone.
That's right.
Tonight, she is sponsored by Shits and Giggles.
Can't say that.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She is Wrestling Angel, Notorious Mimi.
The Notorious Mimi, and just to clarify, sponsored by its SCHITZ and Giggles. Of course, they were engaged by Love Doug here a few months ago at AXW.
She's got the wings. I don't know how much of an angel Notorious Mimi really is, though.
Notorious Mimi, one of the favorites here in AXW. Latina Spice, Nat Castle, making a name for herself. And can make a big name for herself if she is able to defeat Notorious Mimi. Notorious Mimi, of course, a rising star, was signed to the WWE at the age of 18 years old. And you gotta imagine she's gonna be finding her way back there at some point if she so chooses. Mimi has quite literally grown up in professional wrestling, has been training to be a wrestler since she was 14 years old. And has the size advantage here, has the reach advantage. The Notorious Mimi. One of the very best in the game right now. But Nat Castle does not appear to be intimidated at all, Jim. All right, maybe she's a little intimidated. Maybe she's a little intimidated. I could be wrong.
The victory over Notorious Mimi, though, could skyrocket Nat Castle, not just here in AXW, but in the wrestling world in general.
Women's wrestling is such a growth industry right now. This generation of women's wrestlers, the very best we've ever seen here in the United States. And Notorious Mimi, whenever she is in action, there are eyes on her. Scouts from all over the world, from the American promotions, from the Japanese promotions. Very in demand is Notorious Mimi.
Hard slam.
And the strength just walking around almost the entire ring with Nat Castle. Big leg drop, not all of it, almost dropped a hip on Nat Castle.
Taking a page out of the Hulk Hogan playbook there, not getting the 3 count.
What you gonna do, Nat? When the longest legs in AXW run wild on you.
Exactly.
And that length is something that Notorious Mimi uses very well. Ranged kicks, keeping a distance from her opponent. You saw it right there, blocking. Drop kick. That height advantage is going to be something that comes into play here, I would imagine. But Nat Castle deals with that a lot and has been able to overcome it very well in the past. Just has to wrestle in a phone booth, so to speak. Big overhand chop from Mimi. Big knees to the chest of Nat Castle.
Fans counting along with those kicks.
I was joined by AXW General Manager Andy Weinberg here for Recharge, and he alleged that the people of Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania do not know how to count to 10. And now it is a pace being slowed down by Nat Castle. This is what she's got to do. She has got to kind of center herself. It's been all Mimi to start. Nat's got to kind of redirect that pace here.
And again, the action on the outside of the ring. We've seen that in our opener tonight.
And Mimi, it could look like she's going to use the post as a weapon, but it's going to be Nat Castle that turns it around.
That left shoulder hard into the ring post. Now we'll see if Nat Castle take a page out of the Anderson playbook and
isolate and attack.
Work on that one body part.
Find that body part, injure that body part, rinse and repeat. It is a winning formula and has been for generations in professional wrestling. Nat Castle, with that creative pro education, you got to believe that she is looking to put that to use. She's looking to impress. I see VSK out there amongst the crowd. He is just watching one of his fellow students, one of his pupils there in Creative Pro, making sure that everything is being done right here. And right now, it's got to be impressive to see that shot landing on the shoulder of Notorious Mimi.
Mimi trying to mount a comeback.
But it's going to be hard to strike effectively when you've only got one arm. And Nat Castle able to neutralize the comeback attempt there.
Face first into that top turnbuckle.
Big chop. Oh! She didn't like the first one, wasn't loud enough. That second one delivered a little more.
Might have heard that second one down in Hamburg.
They very well could have. And now Nat Castle doing exactly what you said she should do, Jim. Isolating that body part, working over that shoulder. Mimi, though, able to use her power advantage. Gets an arm drag, but Nat Castle right back to it. Trying to pop that shoulder right out of its socket. And could have. You can see the excruciating pain on the face of Notorious Mimi, even though that was only a 2 count.
Every time Mimi's been trying to make a comeback, Castle has an answer for her.
She has been able to stifle any attempt Mimi has made to get back into this match and going right back to the arm. Great game plan here from Nat Castle, showing wisdom beyond her years, a high wrestling IQ. But there's the strength of Mimi.
Might be the opening she was looking for. The fans here in Orwigsburg getting behind Notorious Mimi.
Notorious Mimi now fighting her way back to her feet. But that arm is in bad, bad shape. You have to rethink your entire game plan. And what can you still do with only one good arm? You can do a clothesline with that good arm, that's for sure.
Again with the clothesline. Listen to these fans.
Big kick, pump kick to the face. I think she got her with the shin, got her with the front of the foot.
Wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
High cross body from Notorious Mimi. Only gets a 2.
Didn't hook the leg.
Did not. Might not have trusted the arm. Might not have trusted the arm enough to get both the hands around the leg.
She's still favoring that left shoulder, that left arm.
Nat Castle certainly did her fair share of damage there. Mimi looks like she's going back for the kicks. And that might be her game plan. That might be what she's had to change up there. You see Mimi again, shoulder into the post. If it was in bad shape already, it's going to be even worse shape now, Jim.
Yeah,
and right back to the kick.
Not looking good for Notorious Mimi right now.
And what does... Nat Castle's got the spice. I don't know if she needs to do this. This might be overthinking. She has Mimi right where she wants her. She doesn't need to resort to using the spice.
And she's giving Notorious Mimi time to recover.
Mimi misses with the punch, but is able to, no, not able to deliver. There is an armbar, excuse me, not a Fuji armbar, just a traditional armbar here.
The pain's got to be excruciating for Mimi.
Mimi rolls through though, only gets a 2. There you see those years of wrestling experience. Mimi very young, but has again been doing this since she was 14. Oh, beautiful kick, hooks around, question mark kick.
Oh, that's it.
That'll do it. It takes one good shot, one knockout blow. And it was that long range. It was that ability to strike from a distance and totally got full extension on that, turned it around. I can't wait to see the replay on that.
I was impressed with Nat Castle. She gave Notorious Mimi a fight, but Notorious Mimi just a little too much experience, I believe, for the younger Nat Castle.
And here comes that kick. Boom! Right there. One shot knockout. Nat Castle. We don't do points in professional wrestling, not a lot. But I think Nat Castle was ahead on points there. But
like you said, all it takes is one move, 3 seconds.
And that's exactly what Notorious Mimi got, that one good shot. And we are having a great time here, and I'm still standing. Still to come up next, Dalton McKenzie and the former AXW champion, the American Hammer, Quay. There's massages here. You gotta come to Orwigsburg. $10 massages. You can't beat that.
Exactly.
And you can't beat the action here tonight. A little bit later, we are going to see Tommy VECS and Andy Header. We are going to see Jack Vaughn, the veteran, former OVW champion, and Richard Holliday, rarefied air. But we're going to get back to the ring here. We got another match to come. And there you see the light show going off. As we are ready for the arrival of a physical specimen. Wait until you see this guy. The eccentric Dalton McKenzie, a former Division I athlete, has made a name for himself in Ohio Valley Wrestling and in the National Wrestling Alliance, where he is going to be vying with Jack Vaughn for those NWA World Tag Team titles. But he's not going to have an easy time in his AXW debut. Quay trying to take that long walk, that long climb back to the top. Losing that AXW championship to O'Shea Edwards. Losing the rematch when his father, Papa Quay, had to throw in that towel to save his son. But Quay is not going to cry over spilt milk. He's not going to be discouraged. He is going to start at that square one, and he is going to build himself back up to the very, very top of AXW. It starts so, and it doesn't start easily.
One of the mainstays here in AXW, American Hammer, Quay, fans behind him, like you said, starting from the bottom up, but if anybody can do it, Quay would be the one that can.
Hard work, determination. Quay started at the bottom. He did it once already, started at the very bottom. I remember when Quay had hand-me-down wrestling tights because he couldn't even afford his own gear. Now he looks like $1 million. He wrestles like $1 million. He is not afraid to come back and fight his way back from square one all the way to becoming a 2-time AXW champion. But we cannot take lightly Dalton McKenzie. He did not come all the way from Cincinnati to lose. And this one is on. Man, a few words, McKenzie. I wanted to get some words on how it felt to be in a new area, new territory, facing against somebody who has that reputation of being one of the top guys in that territory. And all he scoffed at me and said, "He's so talented." That's all he said. And now he's going to be able to put his money where his mouth is, because he is going to have to be so talented to have a chance against the Hammer.
Quay needed to use his speed in this match. Clearly, the power advantage with McKENZIE.
But Quay just has that, and there's a bulldog from Quay. Quay just seems to have that reservoir. He seems to have that extra level, that extra gear when he's facing somebody like an O'Shea, where he doesn't care how big his opponent is. His biggest muscle is his heart, and that is what he's doing here. He is unloading on Dalton McKENZIE. Papa Quay out there in the cheering section. But now you see the real power, oh my goodness, of Dalton McKENZIE.
Talk about a sack of potatoes being tossed.
And you gotta wonder, the ribs of Quay were decimated, absolutely decimated last month at summer vacation. Excuse me, the American Dreams. We the People, like, oh, there's too many names, they're all bleeding together. We the People. And there you see a bow from Dalton McKENZIE. But Quay fighting back, and look at the strength here in our replay. And Quay launched across the ring. And what I was saying is those ribs may not be 100%, and if they were, they're definitely not now. Because Quay is being tossed around like a sack of potatoes by the eccentric Dalton McKENZIE.
McKENZIE may be a little overconfident in the early going here, though.
You do not want to take the American Hammer lightly. Say what you will about O'Shea Edwards, but he knew he had to have a master plan. He had to execute a perfect strategy to take that title off of Quay, even with the physical gifts that the Big Bad Kaiju has. If Dalton McKENZIE is going to be lackadaisical here against Quay, he is going to pay for it, although he's not paying for it just yet. But here comes the Hammer fighting back, giving it everything he's got. But is it enough? Because he is just caught with ease and launched again by McKENZIE. Oh my goodness. Dalton McKENZIE putting on a clinic. The only thing that kept Quay from being thrown clear across the building is that post. That post is what stopped him. AXW Nation trying everything they can to get Quay back in.
Like I mentioned earlier, overconfidence with McKENZIE.
Dalton McKENZIE has been on those big stages, Ohio Valley Wrestling, the Netflix documentaries, NWA, the big YouTube shows. Could be taking Quay a little lightly here, but maybe he should have scouted the level of talent here at AXW, because this is a big mountain to climb, and Quay was at the top of it. Quay stuffing the suplex attempt.
Tries for a second one and gets him up.
And this is
blood rushing to the head.
The SOS suplex from Dalton McKENZIE, depositing Quay on the mat. That SOS stands for, I can't say exactly what it stands for. It stands for sack of something, we'll say. The SOS suplex. Quay swinging at air.
S is something. S.
Yep, it sure is. And there you see a big back elbow, turning right around. No wasted motion here from McKENZIE.
How is Quay still in one piece?
It is. Let's look at that SOS again. Quay not gonna budge for that first one, able to get back onto the ground. But Dalton McKENZIE undeterred, letting that blood rush through Quay's head and then dropping him, depositing him. But back to live action, Quay just dipping into that reservoir that only he has. That ability to just overcome anything and everything and never give up. Still fighting his way. And McKENZIE with a big fall. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And this could be it. Quay, no, his back. And it's not just tonight, it is the cumulative damage. Quay not able to drop that hammer like he wanted to. Leapfrog and McKENZIE. Dalton McKENZIE shoulder into the post and out of the ring. And that is the respite that Quay, quite frankly, needs right now.
The American Hammer, Quay, trying to get his bearings together.
This is a big break for Quay. This is a monumental moment. He can gather his breath. That adrenaline is pumping. Dalton McKENZIE is a little rattled. And we're getting into what they call those championship rounds. This match is not big.
Oh! He just flew over that top rope.
High cross body over the top. Incredible athleticism from the American Hammer, as only he can do it. Digging deeper, giving it everything that's in his body, leaving it all in the ring or just outside of it here. And he's got the AXW Nation firmly behind him now. Look at the extension. The form wasn't all there. If it was the Olympics, he wouldn't be getting a lot of 10s, but it was effective. Big forearm now by Quay, and Quay is feeling it. Quay, Sling Blade, he is a momentum-based wrestler, and that momentum is firmly on his side. But he can only get the 2 count.
He's got that crowd here in Orwigsburg behind him.
And nobody feeds off of that like Quay. The American Hammer has such a unique relationship with AXW Nation. He could not keep Dalton McKENZIE up, but McKENZIE easily getting Quay up for the gut wrench. Quay though out of the back there. Gut wrench powerbomb, second time's a charm. Beautiful cover there. And somehow Quay kicks out.
That had to be instincts by Quay.
It had to be. That was a perfect cover. Hands on the wrists, all the weight on the body of Quay, folding him in half.
Dalton McKENZIE beside himself, not knowing how he was able to kick out of that.
McKENZIE thought for sure that was the end. Could be going for that gut wrench powerbomb one more time. No, it's a fireman's carry. But Quay landing on his feet. Big thrust kick, super kick from Quay. Into the corner.
Oh, up and over goes Quay.
Quay's like a cat. He can just land on his feet. Trying to use that athleticism, but now Quay is in the electric chair. Victory roll for the 1, 2, 3.
Oh! What a victory by the American Hammer, Quay.
Big counter pays off. Dalton McKENZIE is beside himself. He's saying that was 2, but rest assured it was a 3. It was absolutely a 3 count. Dalton McKENZIE still not happy. Still not happy in the slightest. And let's take a look at how this one went down. That was a textbook gut wrench powerbomb, beautiful cover. But Quay able to slide out the back door at the very last second. And then there's the victory roll, cinches it in for the 3. And now it looks like Dalton McKENZIE is in disbelief. But everybody here in Orwigsburg knows exactly what Quay is capable of. Quay saying, great job, great fight. I was the better man tonight, but I respect you. Will Dalton McKENZIE return the favor? Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
Great show of sportsmanship by Dalton McKENZIE.
You can tell he's not happy. He thought he had this one in the bag, but a lot of people have thought they've had Quay beaten, and they haven't. And this is BP Burke here with Carolina Jim. We are here live for I'm Still Standing. We still have a lot of action left to go. We still have, coming up next, our Heritage Title tournament match for the evening. It will determine the first participant in the finals. It's either going to be Serious Business Andy Header or the mayor of Mexico City, Mexico.
This could be a main event in any show, and it's not even halfway through the show.
Tommy Vex in the main event just makes me sad. Makes me sad. But anyway, we also have the Jailhouse match coming up. It is going to be the Golden Era trying to win back those AXW Tag Team titles, also trying to get a measure of revenge against Security Inc. because the loser of that one's going to spend the night in jail.
brought my family into this. You know, he tried to plant a seed of doubt into Papa Quay's mind. He tried to plant a seed of doubt into my mind. He planted a seed of doubt into the minds of every single person here. But as he was there squeezing the life out of me, and he was taunting my father, he was talking trash to my father as he was on the verge of ending my career. Because I don't quit, dog. Because I don't quit. And Papa Quay knew that, so he did what any sensible father would do. So Papa Quay, please, come over here. They gotta go. I love you. Than anybody else. So when I come back for O'Shea, because that's what I'm after, I know the belt comes with it. So when I end O'Shea and I end this title reign, I not only want you by my side, but I need you at ringside. I will be there for you. I will always be there for you. Let's get the belt on. Let's get O'Shea. Thank you, my good people. I'll be back, and I'll be coming for O'Shea with the Papa Quay.
Matt Quay knows it is going to be a long road back to the top, but he is resolute. He is ready to make that climb. And it started tonight. It started with that amazing win over a very, very game Dalton.
Very
McKENZIE.
impressive victory.
And then, as we said, we will have up next our Heritage Title Tournament qualifier, Andy Header, Tommy VECS, a little bit later tonight. We were supposed to have Sean Legacy and Tony Deppen, but we're going to have Sean Legacy and KC Navarro. Can't wait for that one. But we're going to send it back to Samira.
Let's welcome back to the ring referee again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next match is a semifinals match for the AXW Heritage Tournament, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
And there are a handful of people for some reason like this guy. But the other 98% of AXW Nation is just...
I think it's the lime green. People like lime green in Orwigsburg.
They do. They certainly do. He's eating garbage. He's the trash man from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Tommy VECS and Mary Elizabeth.
The power couple here in the AXW, I heard.
You could say that, I suppose. You could say that. Certainly.
At least that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Well, if Tommy VECS is somehow able to get through this tournament, if he's able to get through Andy Header, if he's able to get through the winner of Leo Sparrow and Lance ANOA'I, he can make a very strong case for that. But those are some big ifs. And the opponent with the home field advantage tonight, Schuylkill County's own Serious Business, Andy Header.
Have you spent time at the Neon District in Pottsville?
A little too much time. Andy Header, of course, looking to claim that Heritage title. Always, always, always a tough out for anybody he faces, but the same can be said for Tommy VECS. Two of the very best of the scene right now, but Andy's looking for that gold. And I totally believe that sign I'm seeing out there, Tommy doesn't use turn signals. He would fit in very well here, actually. Very well.
I know people that don't use turn signals besides him.
Serious business. Andy Header was able to defeat. It's very funny here. These two defeated brothers. Andy Header last month defeated MSG at St. Giovanni. And Tommy VECS defeated MSG's older brother, LSG, Leon St. Giovanni, to advance in the tournament.
And I would say that both of these gentlemen are evenly matched, but with Mary Elizabeth being in the corner of Tommy VECS, I think that gives Tommy the advantage in this match.
It very well could. Header has to have eyes in the back of his head. Tommy smells. Oh, no, they're ripping up the sign. Uncalled for. There's some negative signs over there from Tommy VECS's 3 fans. Andy Header wasn't ripping them up. Absolutely uncalled for mistreatment of AXW Nation. Tommy VECS taking this match so seriously, he's going to wrestle with a baseball cap. But you have somebody that AXW Nation loves and somebody they absolutely love to hate. It's going to be a fun one. Header and VECS. The winner will be 1 match away from that first ever, becoming that first ever AXW Heritage Champion. And Header is taking the hat. This is a faux pas from Header, though. You never wear a snapback backward. Only a fitted. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Andy Header wear a hat. Right now, he loves the cosplay. Right now, he's cosplayed as a moron. Big arm drag, that Lucha Libre style from Andy Header. Of course, that time spent at the Chikara Wrestle Factory, big thing there. Learning that Lucha Libre style. Header loves these ranged strikes, loves that poison arrow, the poison rana, the basement drop kick. Wait, is that Mary Elizabeth or is that Australian breakdancer? I think that's Ray Gun.
Looks like he's going to bring VECS in the hard way.
And now Andy Header trying to deposit, but Mary Elizabeth, there is that X Factor you were talking about. I don't know if we quite caught it, but Mary Elizabeth grabbed onto the legs of Tommy VECS and stopped that suplex before it started.
VECS with a 2 count, now has the advantage in this contest.
And depositing Header right in front of Mary Elizabeth, very deliberate, distracting Ben
And
Barnett.
I think we're seeing Mary Elizabeth get involved, which we figured she would.
Beating Header with the hat. Just insult. No injury, just insult with the boots, I suppose. And then, oh, yeah, she didn't do anything. Perfectly innocent Mary Elizabeth. Big chop from VECS. Right in front of his entire fan club. And that was a thunderous chop from Tommy VECS. They have reconstructed the sign. Now it's just one for both of the fans there. Fans of AXW, definitely not fans of Tommy VECS. And you really do have to watch out for those underhanded tactics. You can see Mary Elizabeth creeping up on Header from behind, never too far away. When Tommy VECS advanced into these semifinals, he advanced via a low blow. So you always have to be on the lookout, but Header could be fighting fire with fire. He's going to use chairs, breaking the count.
Doing whatever it takes.
Getting AXW Nation involved as well. I do love the color scheme here. You have that bright pink and the lime green. This is wonderful. Tommy, I agree. I wish I didn't know who Tommy VECS was. I would be much happier. Header bringing it back in the ring, bringing that sign with him, that Tommy Who sign. Put him up for display. And gonna shoot a poison arrow, no! Header misses the mark. There goes the sign, there goes a lariat from Tommy VECS.
Only a 2 count.
Only gets that 2, had to take the time to adjust his knee pad. Could have been the difference maker there. But Tommy VECS right back at it. I can say anything I want about Tommy VECS personally, but as far as a seasoned in-ring competitor, there are few better. And one of those could very well be Andy Header with a big DDT. Planting Tommy VECS head first into the mat. Only gets a 2 count though.
Didn't hook the leg.
Did not. But there you see that poison arrow not connecting. But the lariat from VECS certainly does. Back to live action now. And Mary Elizabeth tripping up Header, leading to a German suplex. And again, just 2. VECS a little more focused with the cover, but it still wasn't enough. Tommy, could you imagine creating a title, a heritage title about heritage? The heritage of AXW, a company that has embraced heritage more than anybody, and your first champion is Tommy VECS. Oh, it keeps me up at night. The idea keeps me up at night, Jim. Big scoop up from Header, but VECS out the back door. In there, no!
Oh, he blocks the low blow.
Header saw it coming, well scouted. That's how VECS won last time. Snowplow from Andy Header, but Mary Elizabeth immediately up on the apron. 1, 2, 3, you could count to 10.
Mary Elizabeth, that X factor we talked about at the beginning of the match.
Distracting senior official Ben Barnett. Header saying, come on, enough's enough, and there's a roll-up. VECS, oh, feet on the rope. The old Memphis cradle. Oh no. Leo Sparrow and Lance ANOA'I are the only things saving us, potentially, hopefully. I'm praying from Tommy VECS becoming our first Heritage champion. First it was a low blow, then it was the old Memphis cradle, feet on the ropes. Tommy VECS by hook or by crook, has no hooks about it, it's all about crook, has found his way into the finals of the Heritage Title Tournament. There you see Header depositing VECS onto the mat. But Mary Elizabeth immediately up there. Immediately, no wasted time, no wasted motion. And then it's Tommy VECS with the roll-up. And then the feet up on that second rope. You can see it perfectly in that shot, but official Ben Barnett did not see it.
No eyes in the back of the head with the official.
You need 2 referees when Tommy VECS is in there. And we are going to be taking an intermission here out in front of our live crowd here in just a moment. But what a second half we have in store for you. We are going to have 2 big title matches coming up. We have the Jailhouse match for the AXW Tag Team titles. It's going to pit the new Tag Team champions, Security Inc. They beat the Golden Era last month, handcuffing Wonderboy Brian Morris, handcuffing Brett Waters to the post. But tonight, Law & Order is in the house. Officer Bechtel of the Orwigsburg PD is in the house.
Who's going to go to jail tonight?
Whoever loses that match is going to jail. We also have the heavyweight title match. The Big Bad Kaiju O'Shea Edwards is going to take on the other finalist in that contract match, that big opportunity. And it's going to be Jarrett Diaz and O'Shea Edwards. Because when O'Shea won that gauntlet match, he was sitting here on commentary and then just came in at the very end. And then we have 2 big non-title matches for you still to come. We are going to have Sean Legacy and Casey Navarro. Casey Navarro stepping in for Tony Deppen, who was unable to be here tonight. And the veteran Jack Vaughn, the former multi-time OVW heavyweight champion against Richard Holliday. Take this time to grab a drink, grab something to eat, Do whatever
Get
you're
a
going to do.
massage.
Get a massage. You want to be back here in about 20 minutes, and you're going to see a hell of a second half. While you're gone, tell a friend, hey, go to excellence.tv, sign up. You can watch the rest of this show. You can watch the AXW archives, and we're going to be right back with that second half of I'm Still Standing. And we are back for the second half of I'm Still Standing. BP Berg here with Carolina Jim. What a first half and even better second half. We have 2 title matches. We have the Jailhouse match. We have...
Who's going to jail?
Oh, please be Security Inc. We also have our title match. We have O'Shea Edwards, Jarrett Diaz. We have Casey Navarro and Sean Legacy. What a show stealer that's going to be. And Richard Holiday and Jack Vaughn. Let's send it to Samira for part 2 of I'm Still Standing.
Thank you so much, commentary. All right, guys, before we start this second half of our show with some matches, let's bring out Commissioner Andrew Weinberg.
A man of many talents, Carolina Jim. Andrew Weinberg joined me on commentary for Recharge.
Man of the people, Andrew Weinberg, I should say.
A true winner, and I'm not just saying that because he signs my paychecks. Another happy crowd here in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania.
AXW, everybody having fun tonight? We can do better than that. I said, is everybody having fun tonight? Still lots more action, folks. Okay? But I also want to tell you that the match has been signed right here. An Education and Rebellion. AXW, September the 14th in this ring for the Heritage semifinal title match. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have Leo Sparrow.
Son of the sun.
Taking on the returning Lance ANOA'I.
And again, our thoughts not just with Lance, but the entire ANOA'I family today.
But still more to come tonight, because tonight, Sean Legacy will be in this ring.
He's back.
O'Shea Edwards, your champion, will be in this ring. And somebody's going to jail tonight.
Jim, I was with you all day yesterday, all day.
Have you ever spent the night in the Orwigsburg jail?
I have not.
Make sure it happens. One of Orwigsburg's finest is here tonight. Please welcome Officer Robert Bechtel.
And if you think that somebody's going to get out of this, wait till you see Officer Bechtel. Nobody's getting away from him. Officer Bechtel's making the most out of his moment here.
Is he going to go over the top rope, or is he going to go through the... Oh, he's going to go through the middle.
Probably been better off going over the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, Officer Bechtel.
Now, has anybody seen Officer Bechtel and Joe Clean in the same place at the same time? Officer Bechtel.
Glad he's on our side.
That's right.
All right, we have referee James here. Guys, I thought we heard Commissioner Weinberg say someone is going to jail tonight.
2 people.
Guys, this next match is for the AXW Tag Team Championship. It is a jailhouse match.
Now, do they get separate cells or do they have to share a cell?
That's a good question. And it's going to be the whole kit and caboodle, the fingerprints, the mugshot, you name it. And that little bit of revenge is going to be a big thing for the Golden Era, for Brian Morris, for Brett Waters. But what they really want, more than seeing the security yank taken out of here in cuffs, they really want, in the worst way, those AXW tag team titles that were taken from them last month at We the People. They want those titles back in the worst way. Security Inc. handcuffing one of them to that very post, that exact post that Officer Bechtel is standing by right now, is where Wonder Boy Brian Morris was handcuffed helpless as a 2-on-1 ensued. And Security Inc. used every trick in the book to secure those AXW Tag Team Championships.
Can you imagine losing the tag championships and going to jail the same night?
It is going to be a bad, bad night for whomever leaves this one the loser. You lose everything, especially Security Inc. They've got everything to lose. Although I don't think Morris or Waters wants to spend a night in jail either. There they are, the new AXW Tag Team Champions. Have already made a successful defense of those tag titles. They were victorious. Pilgaroo Brewing helped put on Schuylkill County Brewfest a week after Security Inc. won those tag team titles. And Security Inc. made successful defense number one. They have been fighting champions. They haven't always been very ethical with how they execute that fight, but they are fighting champions. Officer Ronald Moses and the guard dog, Malcolm Murray, your reigning, defending tag team champions. And they may need some protective custody if they get locked up.
I'm just going to say, I've never been to jail personally, but I can imagine when an officer gets put away and gets locked up, the other inmates may have a little bit of fun with them.
They might want to opt for solitary confinement if they're being sent to the pokey.
This is for the AXW Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, the challengers. Tonight, they are sponsored by Aiden and Grayson Mattis, Wet Brett Waters, and Wonder Boy Brian Morris, the Golden Era.
And it is so strange to hear the Golden Era being announced as the challengers. So strange.
And their opponents. Tonight, they are sponsored by AWA Mike Collectible. They are your current AXW Tag Team Championship. Officer Ronald Moses and guard dog Malcolm Murray. Security Inc.
After tonight, they may wish they were sponsored by some jail bondsmen.
And maybe they're getting enough sponsorship money they can get sprung. And by the time they get in there, by the time they get booked, that courthouse is going to be closed. There's going to be no way out until the morning for whomever loses this one.
The action's starting before the bell.
And there you see the Wonder Boy and the guard dog paired off in one corner, Officer Moses and Wet Brett Waters in the other. And the Golden Era has isolated the guard dog, but it takes about two people to stack up to one Malcolm Murray, but Murray's getting out of there. They have to be careful. They do not want to lose this match by countout.
It was smart to take a powder on that.
If they lose this match by countout, yes, they keep their titles, but they're still spending the night in jail. They have to pawn those titles to get out. And there you see the Golden Era not giving any quarter. Not going to let Security Inc. weasel their way out of this one.
The referees have been very lenient tonight. A lot of action outside the ring this evening in every match.
Sitting on their whistles a little bit, just letting the action happen. Completely out of control so far.
We got action all over the arena. Thank God we have some great cameramen following the action around the building.
The STF media team all over this one is the Wonder Boy. Out there amongst AXW Nation, pummeling the guard dog. Back to ringside where Ronald Moses is eating post. Next to Wet Brett Waters. And the Wonder Boy uncorks a big right hand. Again, a count out would not be a desired effect here for the challengers. They would not win back those AXW tag team titles, but they would also stay out of jail.
It's a good with the bad sometimes.
And now they're going over here.
No merch tables are safe tonight.
Off of a printer. Ronnie Moses with his head bounced off a printer. They're going to go to the concession stand, the Boy Scouts.
Give me a hot dog while you're over there.
I believe we just caught Dalton McKenzie taking advantage of the masseuse here at AXW.
$10.
That's right. Money well spent after you had to go toe-to-toe with the American Hammer. But now we have finally gotten this match in the ring.
The referee gained some control of this jailhouse match.
And it is going to be the guard dog Malcolm Murray and Wonder Boy Brian Morris.
And it's not just a jailhouse match, like you mentioned, the tag titles are on the line.
Such high stakes in this one, especially for Security Inc., who could lose it all. If they lose, they are going to lose it all. Losing the titles, losing their freedom for the night. And then just imagine, not only do you have to deal with the fact that you are no longer the tag team champions, but you're stuck in a prison cell for a day. I believe it's 24 hours. I believe they're not going to get out until about 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I believe that's the rules.
Who do you think they'll make their one phone call to?
Oh,
whoever it is.
It would probably be Commissioner Weinberg. Hey, check the fine print on that contract. Get me out of here. Golden Era chance. If you would have went back to May or June or even before that this crowd would be chanting for the Golden Era, I would not have believed it. But they have won the respect of the AXW Nation, although they came very close there. One count away from having to spend the night at Hotel Orwigsburg. And now you see the double team prowess that has helped propel Security Inc. to those AXW Tag Team Championships.
All it takes is a count of 3 and you lose all freedom.
Yes. It is just that easy. The stakes here could not be higher. There you see instinctively the Wonder Boy getting his hand on that rope, breaking up that count.
Smart ring presence.
Of these two, the Golden Era, such gifted thinking wrestlers. These master strategists. Small package. 1, 2, no, just a 1. You know Ronald Moses does not want to lose this one, not just because of the titles, but
did you picture telling your cellmate, why are you in jail? I lost because of a small package.
Yes. I couldn't kick out before the 3 count. What are you in for? I got DDT'd. I don't know, it doesn't work that way. But it does tonight, potentially.
Couple shots to the midsection.
And there you see on the replay that vicious clothesline from Moses. Now dragging The Wonder Boy toward the middle of the ring. Wonder Boy kicking Moses off, but the guard dog tags in, and the guard dog is cleaning house. Now I have to imagine if Security Inc. loses this one, the guard dog is not getting the top bunk. And now in the corner, Moses choking the life out of Wonder Boy Brian Morris. Brett Waters has not been in this match since it was a free-for-all. Security Inc. doing a great job of cutting that ring in half, of distracting the official. All the things that propelled them to the tag team titles to begin with. And there you see Wonder Boy trying everything he can.
Can he get the tag?
Reaching. But the guard dog, no, DDT delivered. But that took a lot out of Morris too.
He might got the worst aware for that.
Wonder Boy has to make that tag. Has to get to that corner. Again, Brett Waters in that corner, sponsored by Aiden and Grayson Melise. They might be down there. That'd be his one phone call.
The crowd getting behind Golden Era, begging for a tag. There we go.
Tag made. And here comes wet Brett Waters.
House of Fire.
But it is so hard to take somebody the size of the guard dog off their feet. Propelling Brett Waters into Moses. And now walking the ropes. Beautiful tornado DDT from wet Brett Waters, trying to get those titles back. Cover made, one. But Moses right there to break up the action.
If it wasn't for his partner, he would have been going to jail.
Not the handcuffs again. Not the handcuffs again. He's got handcuffs. The Golden Era stopping the exact tactic that ended their night, ended their reign last month, and I'm still standing. Murray, the guard dog, hits his own man. He is out, and now it is 2-on-1. Double DDT to Malcolm Murray. But Murray landing, that was almost a pin on the Wonder Boy.
Referee called for the bell.
Moses got caught. The Golden Era wins. But
still, your AXW Tag Team Champions, Security Inc.
Security Inc.
Hey guys, this was a jailhouse match, so officer, please arrest Security Inc.
Yes, Security Inc. keeps their titles.
Are they allowed to take the titles to the jail cell with them?
They have to put it. That has to go into. That has to go in the receiving. There you see the disqualification. Ronald Moses with that baton right in front of the official. I don't think they're the law here in Orwigsburg.
So here's what's gonna happen. Officer, please place the Golden Era under arrest for their crimes against Security Inc.
No, Officer Bechtel saying that's not how it works. They might get impersonating an officer
like,
tacked onto this.
He's saying deputy dog, that's not how it works.
Oh!
He just hit the officer.
That's going to be more than a night in jail. That's going to be, oh! Security Inc. has been maced. Security Inc. has been maced. And some of those annoying Tommy VECS fans might have gotten maced too. I love it. The cuffs are going on Officer Ronald Moses.
Attica.
And they are being let off. Samara not only being our ring announcer, but she is following the action. as it's about to be the worst night of Security Inc.'s life. We've lost our feed, but they are well on their way to lock up. There it is, they are in the squad car. The tag team titles are here, they're safe. I can report that the tag team titles are safe. But that Officer Moses and the guard dog Malcolm Murray are being taken out of here.
Just gonna make it to TMZ.
The sirens are on. There they go. They're taking a ride.
Only an AXW.
Unbelievable. This is a company that stands for something, and our tag team champions are criminals.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm that Security Inc. have been arrested.
I think Malcolm Murray might be going down for a long time, too. He's got assaulting an officer on him now. Officer Moses might need to use that Freebird roll. He might need a new partner here.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee James, still here? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
And now for something completely different. No night in jail on the line here, but a lot of pride. Two of the most proud, most accomplished, most gifted wrestlers in AXW. Deppen fears legacy. Tony Deppen, not very last minute, had another commitment, could not make it tonight here. It was supposed to be Legacy Deppen too. I'm sure we're going to see that at some point. But we have found a very suitable replacement in the form of the blessed KC Navarro. And the last time we saw this man, the last time we saw Sean Legacy, it was against Tony Deppen. But a broken finger in the middle of the match. Legacy was unable to, he tried his best to continue, but the pain was too much. He could not focus. He fell victim to a quick pin. But he is now 100%, and we are about to see a classic Carolina Gym
Dream match.
Sean Legacy, one of the best and brightest in the state of Georgia. KC Navarro has risen to the top. I remember seeing KC for the first time about 4 years ago, and I was blown away. And he's only gotten better. Looks like Sean Legacy's got something to say.
Yeah. So at intermission, I was given this flower, and the young lady said, "Welcome back."
Sean Legacy was sorely missed this time off.
For those who don't know, the last time I was here, I dislocated both these fingers. Match had to be called. But Tony Deppen afterwards looked me in the eyes and said, "This is going to happen again." Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is not here.
It's off eating worms somewhere.
I wanted to kick his ass. I know you guys wanted to see me kick his ass. This guy has a sign saying, "Deppen fears legacy." So Deppen, I hope you watch this, because you just showed me and the AXW fans that you are a lying, pathetic coward. But as you can see, I am dressed, my fingers are healthy, so like John Cena would say, if you want some, come get some!
And his opponent from Miami, Florida, he is the class of the
Casey Navarro, of course, making a huge name for himself lately. TNA, MLW, he has been all over the place, and he has been incredibly successful.
It's hard not to find him on your local TV.
It is becoming much, much, much harder to keep Casey Navarro our little secret. He was one of those best-kept secrets in wrestling for a while, not anymore. And at this point, Sean Legacy is not going to be a well-kept secret for very long. I cannot wait for this one. When I heard that Casey Navarro was going to be the replacement for Tony Deppen, it was one of those matches where you couldn't even think of it, but when it clicked in, when you heard what that match was, it's like, oh, that's going to be something.
We always say card subject to change, and AXW coming up with a great replacement for Tony Deppen.
Casey Navarro, maybe not quite the mat tactician of a Tony Deppen, but his athleticism. His athleticism is off the charts. It is a very different opponent. Sean Legacy had to make some last-second adjustments here. But Casey Navarro thought he was going to be in a four-way match when he came into the building tonight. So he is also having to make some last-minute adjustments here. And there you see that athleticism already on display. But that's the thing with Sean Legacy. He is a heavyweight that can wrestle just like a Super Junior. The action so fast it's hard to call.
But the action speaks for itself.
It certainly does. Double stomp.
Big drop kick.
Drop kick to follow. And the force on that double stomp is unbelievable. That M. Bison takes him back to the days of Sick Nick Kondo. And now Legacy, basking in the moment, offering Casey Navarro a helping hand. Sportsmanship.
Respect.
Lots of mutual respect here. Casey Navarro taking some time to gel with the crowd, but there you see mutual respect. And for good reason. These are two of the very best doing it right now. Casey Navarro making sure that jaw's okay. Quick go behind. The quickness of somebody Legacy size is always amazing me. Every time I see him.
Keeps that side headlock cinched in.
Still very much in the feeling out process here. You're seeing a lot of athleticism, but nobody's going to want to go for anything too big here.
Both wrestlers respect each other, and they don't want to give an inch, and they're going to feel each other out, see who gets that first advantage.
A big part of that respect is a healthy sense of not wanting to be the first person to screw up because you know how much your opponent's going to capitalize. Magistral cradle there from Legacy. Stuffing the arm drag attempt. There's that power advantage from Sean Legacy and Casey Navarro.
Navarro giving him the eye, like, what are you doing?
I don't know what to do here. He's as quick as me and twice my size. But Navarro catching himself in the ropes. Casey Navarro has made a career out of beating people who are a lot bigger than he is. Perfectly timed there by Navarro. He was just waiting. Rope-a-doping Sean Legacy. And that is exactly what Casey Navarro is so good at doing. Pinpoint striking. Shotgun dropkick. The blessed of the best Casey Navarro. And now it's Legacy going, how did he do that? How in the world did he do that? He's too quick. Navarro going to take his time here.
crowd behind Legacy, but I think the crowd still has a respect for Casey Navarro and what he can do as well.
They certainly do. Casey Navarro, they may have seen him on TV, but they have seen Sean Legacy do amazing things right here in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania. Now you have both these guys. That's exactly my sentiment. And Casey Navarro returning the same courtesy that Sean Legacy gave to him.
Oh!
No, he's not!
You spoke too soon there.
Sucker punch from Casey Navarro. And now we got to fight. Now we got to fight.
I think respect's out the window now.
It's all about getting that win. The stomping, the flight, the aerial athleticism of both these two, but especially Casey Navarro. Legacy now the one struggling to find an answer. And you gotta wonder, being back in that same ring where you suffered such a devastating injury, it's gotta have some sort of mental effect on you. But Legacy cannot, and it looks like he is not. Gotta worry about that vicious kicks. Standing moonsault, 1, 2, no, just 2.
Legacy showing that power and then doing a standing moonsault.
In parlance of sports, he is a 5-tool player. He has the power, he has the speed, he has the range, the athleticism, he has everything. Anything you want. If you were building a professional wrestler, you would build someone like Sean Legacy. Navarro had that well scouted, but Legacy able to counter and think in real time there. Reverses the Irish whip. And Navarro popping Legacy. Legacy, they can hit that post. Gotta watch, those fingers are surgically repaired. Sling blade connects for Navarro.
Goes for that quick cover.
Only gets the 2 though. Frustration already starting to set in. Saying, what happened? And now just the boots to the head. That is the insult to injury right there, and a chop from Navarro as well.
Hard chop in the corner.
Unloading. And it's amazing that Casey Navarro is the one that's slowing down the pace a little bit.
He rakes the back. That's going to leave a mark.
Vicious, vicious back rake from Casey Navarro. Taking a bow, perhaps a little prematurely. Oh, vicious
Receipt.
chops.
Legacy with the receipts on those knife edge chops.
Tattooing Casey Navarro. But the Irish whip is reversed. And an expertly placed drop kick there right to the jaw of Sean Legacy. Just gets a 2 though. Kick out with authority.
I think Navarro better start worried about his opponent, not what the fans are telling him.
He can't lose sight of the fact that Sean Legacy has built the reputation he has here in AXW for a reason. He has stolen every show he has been on, and he has left the winner almost every time, the only exception being that injury against Tony Deppen. But this is where Casey Navarro is at his most comfortable. Frog splash does not find the mark, but Navarro rolls out of it. And into a torture rack. No, Navarro out the back door. That would have been a knockout strike there. But Legacy with some more chops, but if that kick would have connected, that could have been the end. That would have taken us back to that kick from Notorious Mimi earlier tonight. Tilt-a-whirl press slam from Legacy. And Legacy now holding on for dear life, but uses that momentum to rocket himself right to the ribcage of Casey Navarro. And for a match that was put together last minute, Carolina Jim, these two have each other very well scouted. There have been some amazing counters and some amazing evasions so far.
Both wrestlers looking for that opening to take advantage of their opponent.
now Sean Legacy perched up on that top rope, where Navarro is so dangerous.
We're going to see a superplex.
Not if Sean Legacy has anything to do with it. Grabbing onto that top rope, now firing shots to the ribs. Big forearm to the face takes Navarro off the ropes. And now it is Legacy. No, Navarro closing the distance. In no time flat, and yes, we do have a superplex. But Legacy countering. Unbelievable.
How did he do that?
Legacy digging deep into that reservoir, digging deep into that extra something that people like him, people like Quay have, where yes, I'm hurting, yes, this is not going my way, but I'm going to do everything in my power to change the tide. Let's look at it again. Legacy taking a little bit too much time to get situated. Navarro comes back up, delivers the superplex, tries to roll through for a three amigos, but it's Legacy that gets the second one. And now we are back to live action. Back to this war. Big strike exchange here.
Big boot.
And a vicious German. Casey Navarro tried to stand up, tried to weather the storm, but he could not. He could not. Diving back elbow connects for Sean Legacy. As does the forearm. Missile drop kick. And when Casey Navarro hit the ground, you could feel the floor here. And the Orwigsburg Veterans Memorial quake with the impact. And AXW Nation registering their opinion. They are loving every minute of this one.
Can't disagree with the fans.
Cannot at all. This one is living up to the billing, and that billing was huge. And there you see that shotgun drop kick. Navarro popped up out of instinct and instinct alone, but somehow able to kick out at two. Now Navarro hanging onto that top rope. Beautiful preservation, instinct. That's all that was. That was instinct. Navarro so comfortable on those edges of the ring. And such a quick striker. Charging in with that mafia kick. And that has put Sean Legacy exactly where he doesn't want to be. Flat in the middle. And KC ready to fly.
Big frog splash.
Great extension there, that D'Lo Brown style frog splash. Almost gets it done. And look, you can see the bruise on Sean Legacy's leg on that one angle we have there. The effects of this battle are already starting to show. And Navarro sizing up the situation, looking for the golden opportunity to strike. But the power of Sean Legacy. Are you kidding me?
That torture rack.
Unbelievable. And that will do it.
Here's your winner, Sean Legacy.
The fans showing their appreciation. What a victory by Sean Legacy.
Rightfully so. You just saw exactly what makes Sean Legacy Sean Legacy. The speed, the power, the counter wrestling ability. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here. Casey Navarro would have put 99% of wrestlers away with this frog splash right here. Look at the extension.
D'Lo style frog splash, like you said.
Halfway across the ring, but only a 2 count. But then Sean Legacy, I don't even know how to describe this. The strength to not only get the fireman's carry, but to flip it around and then just toss Casey Navarro into that neck breaker that gets the 1, gets the 2, gets the 3. And now Sean Legacy, despite the heated exchange there, about the 4th of the way through the match, is going to offer that respect to Casey Navarro.
Tony Deppen. When I mean next time you're available up here, you and I, one more time.
Navarro Legacy 2 sounds pretty good to me.
Wait a minute. You're gonna do me? And then say you want it again, and now I'm supposed to give it to you. So wait, hold on. So, yes, I may have been a little bit of an a-hole. Right or wrong? But we can't lie. My talent speaks for itself. I'm pretty blessed. I appreciate that because I'm TNA or shit and I wasn't blessed, so I actually appreciate that. You want to do this again? So basically you're saying you want me to come back. Well, I don't come back unless you say please. Hey, guys, wish I had a rifle with me. You want to come back? Sean Legacy, listen. I'm just a player of the game, dude. I gotta fight, I gotta win, okay? I might be a little arrogant. Look at Conor McGregor, but he's making a lot of money, right? You want to do this again? I don't say this to many people, man. You're blessed, and it'd be an honor to do it again.
Respect earned.
So you want to come back? You might get out, I'll see you, thank you.
And respect earned on many fronts. Sean Legacy earning the respect of KC Navarro. KC Navarro earning the respect of AXW Nation. What a battle, what a victory in his return for Sean Legacy. And if I'm Tony Deppen, I'm not coming back. But that remains to be seen. Maybe we'll see Deppen Legacy too. You can see a three-way, you can see a lot of things. But I know what we're gonna see in just a few minutes here. A match with just as much potential to be a classic, but completely different. The veteran Jack Vaughn, the multiple-time OVW champion, taking on rarefied air himself, Richard Holliday. And then in our main event, it is going to be O'Shea Edwards defending that AXW championship against Jarrett Diaz. Looks like we're going to do that 50-50 right now, so let's stay with us here, or let's go back to Samira.
All right, before we get into our next contest here, we got to finish this contest here. Who is going to be the winner of the 50-50 raffle?
You can't enter, Jim.
All right.
Your AXW staff tonight.
Can't win if you don't play.
50-50s are attacks on people who are bad at math.
You want to move your hand around there and pick which one you think?
As that 50-50 goes on, we are going to cover what we're about to see. Speaking of Tony Deppen, the last time Tony Deppen was here in AXW, he came up a little bit short in a classic against Richard Holliday. A classic that had that old school style. It would have been not out of place at the Spectrum or the Boston Garden or the Greensboro Coliseum. And that drew the attention of the veteran, Jack Vaughn, the man who was the vanguard of old school, the last true professional wrestler, he claims. And he wanted to come to AXW, and when he wanted to come to AXW, the one man he wanted was Richard Holliday. Ask and ye shall receive. Andy Weinberg and the AXW staff have made it happen, and it is going to be happening in just a few minutes here. Mrs. Foley's baby boy's favorite wrestler, the veteran, Jack Vaughn.
He's an internet sensation.
And before he was going viral for his videos, he was making waves between those ropes. Very much a throwback. very much everything he says he is, a professional wrestler. Richard Holliday making already made a name for himself long before, but stringing together so many big victories here in AXW, even going back to the very last show at the famous Hamburg Fieldhouse. The next to last match in the history of that storied building was Richard Holliday defeating Anthony Green. He's beaten the likes of Tony Deppen. He has had some major victories here in AXW rings. But the veteran Jack Vaughn is having a lot of success in OVW in the NWA. A victory over him is going to be right up there with those other ones we're talking about. Senior official Ben Barnett's going to be the man in charge of the action here. It's a shame this one isn't a mustache versus mustache match.
They got two of the best mustaches going.
They do. Jack Vaughn waiting for that perfect opportunity as Richard Holliday was taking off his shirt.
That's why he's the veteran.
That's why he is. That is a veteran move. Take every advantage you can. That is the veteran way. And now those flowers that were given to Richard Holliday by a fan, a rose thorn to the eyes by the veteran who misses a chop. Jack Vaughn now getting tattooed by rarefied air Richard Holliday.
Big elbow.
Of course, Richard Holliday has fought through so much in his career, fought through so much in his life, and has always stayed one of the very best there is in professional wrestling. But Jack Vaughn, multiple times the OVW heavyweight champion, has risen to the top everywhere he's gone.
A veteran's veteran.
And there you see why that follow through on the Irish whip, giving it everything he had, pushing for it. And you don't see Jack Vaughn taking the time to jaw jack with the crowd. Even when he's going to talk about it, he still has his eyes on Richard Holliday.
He's all business in there.
And it looks like he has found not necessarily a weak spot, but the spot he's going to target, the back of Richard Holliday. Holliday firing back with a clothesline. Scooping Vaughn up, but again, that work that Vaughn has put in on the back, those Irish whips paying dividends right now.
He couldn't get him up for that slam.
Could not.
That might be the advantage that Holliday needed.
And now Vaughn's going to go for a ride. So much for little veterans. And a chop for good measure sends Vaughn flying out of the ring. Jack Vaughn trying to gain his bearings. You know he would take that full 9.5 count if he could, but Richard Holliday.
Holliday's smart to follow up on him.
He definitely is. He knows that too. Jack Vaughn, that viral sensation, that viral reputation he has, lets people know what they're in for when even if they're not necessarily familiar with him directly. They know that he is a thinking man's wrestler. He is somebody that has an innate understanding of what it means to be a professional wrestler, how it works, how to be successful at it. But you can say those exact same things, Carolina Jim, about Richard Holiday.
Exactly.
And you can see the bruises. I believe you can see the bruises starting to form, and the welts on the chest of the veteran Jack Vaughn. But face full of apron for Richard Holiday.
Right on the mustache.
And that mustache isn't as bushy or as padding as Jack Vaughn's. Holiday's mustache is a little newer. He's got some work to do. Jack Vaughn's got that late superstar Billy Graham look going for him. And now the attack has shifted to the ribs and the back. The core, we'll just say the core of Jack Vaughn.
When Superstar Graham was doing the karate gimmick.
Yes. If they were to do a biopic of Superstar Billy Graham, Jack Vaughn could play Billy Graham's karate years.
Jack Vaughn knows Al Snow.
He definitely does. He most certainly does.
Oh, he just drops him.
Nonchalant backbreaker from the veteran.
Doing the Superstar Graham pose.
And a diving headbutt there from Jack Vaughn.
You have to say, Jack Vaughn's probably seen everything.
Oh, yes.
He's a veteran. He's seen it all.
Not only his direct experience, such a student of the game. And look at the rope burn on Holiday's back.
Nice scoop and a slam.
And there it is, going all the way back to the very beginning of this match.
Fargo strut.
Those repeated Irish whips. And when you have such an evenly matched competitor as Vaughn and Holiday are, it's those little things that are going to make a big difference toward the end of it here. But Vaughn, you can see he's like, do I have enough to put him away? Do I not? Do I have to do a little bit more? I think he knows deep down he's going to have to do a little bit more. And here you see on the replay. Let's look at that strut. Let's look at that beautiful strut. Fabulous, fabulous, not beautiful, it's a fabulous strut. And a fabulous abdominal stretch here. There you see Jack Vaughn grabbing that top rope when the referee not looking.
It's a veteran move.
It most certainly is. Ben Barnett should be questioning why is that rope moving like that.
Somebody let the window open here at the auditorium here in Orwigsburg.
And now Jack Vaughn has been caught. Ben Barnett going to be a little hands-on with removing that arm. Hip toss stuffed. Big uppercut from Holiday trying to get back into this one. But Holiday
tried for that snap suplex with his back though, he couldn't do it.
The game plan of Jack Vaughn has been executed to perfection so far. And telling Orwigsburg what he thinks of him. They get a little strut this time, just a little one.
Wasn't as fabulous as the first.
Holiday with the cutter out of nowhere, but landing right on that back. Just the jolt of pain that had to shoot up Richard Holiday's back there is unbelievable. Holiday needing the ropes to get back to his feet. Vaughn dazed, but back at it. Not quite fast enough though, and now Holiday swinging for the fences. But a knee lift stifles that comeback. That cutter.
This is a splash.
That cutter from Holiday was a great touch, but look at Holiday able to pick Vaughn up, but can't keep him there. And even something as simple as hitting the ropes has to be agony right now for Holiday. Slamming Vaughn, able to do it, making the cover. 1, 2, no!
He didn't even have the strength to go for to hook the leg with his back.
that pain, the adrenaline can only last for so long, and the adrenaline was starting to run out. You could see it in Holliday's movements as he was going for that cover. The adrenaline was fading, the pain was creeping back in. Trying to lock in that double underhook, can't get that gable grip on it. But Vaughn showing some strength of his own. Holliday able to go through in a sunset flip. He's gonna be in so much pain, but he's still pulling. Vaughn hits nothing but mat and wood. Is Holliday gonna go for a choke slam? Oh, we got a double choke
slam.
Ben Barnett saying, come on, I can't count you both out. It'll be a ride if we have a double DQ here. And the double chokehold broken. And now Holliday taking Vaughn for a ride. No! Almost into the senior official, Ben Barnett. And Vaughn with the choke slam. That could be it. 1, 2, no! So close. Jack Vaughn cannot believe it. Thought that was the end for sure. And Vaughn now signaling for the end. That choke slam right there, a thing of beauty, but only gets the 2 count. And Holliday in dire straits. So look how effortlessly Vaughn can pick up Holliday. Every time Holliday tries, it's a struggle. And there's the airplane spin. The airplane spin.
Both wrestlers dizzy.
Vaughn a little disoriented, Holliday very disoriented. And a uncharacteristic mistake there from Vaughn, put his head down way too early. Holliday out the back door of the vertical suplex.
Met with a big boot.
Vaughn walked right into that one. Spine buster! Spine hits the pine, and that could be it. Unbelievable kick out from Holliday.
And Jack Vaughn's like, how do I put away Richard Holliday?
What do I have to do? I've pummeled this man's back beyond recognition, and it's just not enough. Spinebuster was the perfect maneuver to uncork there. He executed it to perfection, but Holliday is just too tough to go down. Let's look at that Spinebuster one more time. Straight up and down, all impact, but still just a 2 count. Is Vaughn gonna go for a pile driver? No, a power bomb. Again, targeting that back. But Holliday able to slip out. Back elbow delivered. And Holliday's got his flowers. He's given Jack Vaughn his flowers. The distraction momentarily enough, able to just keep Vaughn at bay. Holliday wiping out Jack Vaughn for the 1, 2, 3, got it!
Out of nowhere. What a victory for Richard Holliday out of nowhere.
Just that momentary distraction of throwing the flower, throwing the rose at Jack Vaughn. And then airing it out.
What resilience Richard Holliday showed. All the pain in his back, and he still was able to get the victory.
Fighting through the pain, fighting through everything. Jack Vaughn gave it his best shot, but a lot of times when you're in there with a Richard Holliday, your best just isn't going to be good enough. You can see Richard Holliday can't even straighten his back out.
He's trying to celebrate the victory, and he's having trouble.
Yeah, he can't even stand. Holliday looking for that mic. Richard Holliday with a big uppercut there, delivering that twisting ripcord neck breaker for the 3 count. And he's got something to say.
The air is rare in Pennsylvania tonight. Listen, you are as tough as they come, but make no mistake about it. The vet got out-vetted by Richard Holiday tonight. Now, I've been coming to AXW for quite some time now.
Could Richard Holiday be looking at our next match very closely?
I've been coming to AXW for a while now, and even though I've had victory after victory after victory, the AXW Championship has not crossed my path. So I'm letting it know now. My eyes are firmly set on becoming the champion of AXW. And whether you love me or whether you hate me, really, it doesn't matter to me. The end result will stay the same. Each and every one of you, AXW champion included, will give me my damn flowers.
And whether that champion is O'Shea Edwards or whether that champion is Jarrett Diaz, they may have one hell of a challenge ahead of them, because Richard Holiday, breathing that rarefied air, wins now over Tony Deppen, over Jack Vaughn, over Anthony Green. It is hard to argue with the resume that Richard Holiday has put together. And when he's saying he wants a shot at that AXW heavyweight title, he's not just breathing hot air. He can say, look at what I have done. Look at what I have accomplished. Look at who I have beaten, and tell me why I should have a shot at that AXW
He's got to be
title.
the unofficial #1 contender with the long list of victories he has over those opponents that you just mentioned.
I got to say it's neck and neck between him and Sean Legacy, but Sean Legacy, yes, it was because of a broken finger, but he does have that loss to Tony Deppen, so Richard Holiday has as much of a right as anybody to stake a claim to that #1 contender spot. But who will be the champion? Who will be the champion if Richard Holiday does get that title shot? We're about to find out. Our main event is up next. O'Shea Edwards, the Big Bad Kaiju, Jarrett Diaz for the AXW Championship. It's all been leading up to this. And we're going to send it back to Samir, and she's getting that AXW Nation hyped up. Can the closer close the deal tonight? A few matches ago, Carolina Jim, we were talking about how Casey Navarro and Sean Legacy may not have a full knowledge of one another. That is not going to be the case here. Jarrett Diaz knows O'Shea Edwards very well. O'Shea Edwards knows Jarrett Diaz very well. When we have the Battle Royal, the gauntlet, to determine who would get that opportunity, that golden opportunity contract that O'Shea Edwards used to win the AXW title. The final two were Edwards, after he spent most of that match here on commentary with myself and with Brian Murphy. Or will it be the man who actually fought his way through that Battle Royal, our challenger in the ring right now, Jarrett Diaz? And you do have the handful of supporters, but I still think 2 months later, most of AXW Nation is still deflated at the fact that this man is our heavyweight champion and Quay is not. Quay is at the back of the line now, maybe a little ahead of that, because he does have now that win tonight, that very impressive win over OVW's own Dalton McKenzie. But O'Shea Edwards, he loves collecting belts and he dislikes a fair fight. He always has backup. And it looks like tonight that backup is coming in the form of Jay Bougie. As the champion is taking his lap around the ring, I am keeping a little bit of an eye on JARETT DIAZ. He looks very focused.
All business in there.
I can't help but notice this apparatus on his arm, though. Is he coming in here with an injured shoulder? You'll see it a little bit more when we get our introductions, but JARETT DIAZ has what looks like a brace or a pad of some sort over his left shoulder. O'Shea Edwards insisting that our ring announcer Samira hold the ropes as the champ enters the ring. A very confident big bad Kaiju. You see O'Shea having some words for Ben Barnett.
Introducing first, the challenger. He is sponsored by Bald Monkeys Podcast. From the Bronx, New York, the closer, JARETT DIAZ. And his opponent, he is sponsored by the Wrestling Junkies Podcast.
O'Shea Edwards,
he's one bad mofo.
He certainly is. That is putting it lightly, Carolina Jim. Putting it very lightly, but JARETT DIAZ does not look intimidated in the least. Looks very focused, trying to play his own little bit of mind games here. Looking very nonchalant, doing the old Shawn Michaels. I'm going to sit up on this. I'm just going to perch myself up on this corner here and let you do what you want to do. And what Ben Barnett has in his hands right now is what this is all about, the AXW World Championship. That's what it's all about.
O'Shea Edwards showing a little like Apollo Creed and Rocky, the showmanship, whereas JARETT DIAZ, he's just all business in there.
And it's going to be Apollo Creed and Rocky, or it's going to be Apollo Creed and Rocky 4. That is the big question. Ding, ding. The main event is on, and now you see Diaz clearly showing off his game plan. It's going to be speed, taking it right to the one true Kaiju. Forearm staggers Edwards, but is not taking the big bad Kaiju off his feet.
O'Shea Edwards just can't catch JARETT DIAZ.
Oh, yes he can.
There he did.
And there's that old adage, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. But the man who put it best is the legendary Rowdy Roddy Piper when he said, they don't fall so often. And that is what JARETT DIAZ is learning right now, a very hard lesson. JARETT DIAZ is one of those guys that is very, very in your face, very, very assertive in his wrestling style. He will take a hit to deliver two. but one O'Shea Edwards hit is about 6 or 7 from a normal man.
How can you not be intimidated standing across the ring from O'Shea Edwards?
I believe most people are. And with Jarrett Diaz, it might be one of those things where it's that sense of feeling the fear and doing it anyway. But right now, he is realizing that he may have bit off a little more than he could chew. And the one true Kaiju might be more than he bargained for. Camel clutch applied. O'Shea Edwards is loving his submissions lately. Defeated Matt Quay just last month at We the People with a bear hug. Of course, Papa Quay thrown in the towel. O'Shea saying, I wrestle for me, and then planting a forearm across the face of Jarrett Diaz. We are getting this. Jay Bushi making sure we are getting exactly what is going on here.
Jay Bushi needs to stay in his lane.
And now O'Shea is having a lot of fun. And why wouldn't he? He is dominating so far. This is a performance that is making, the only thing I can think of, Carolina Jim, is Iron Mike Tyson. That is what I'm thinking of right now. This is a Mike Tyson level dominant performance so far. We're talking about Apollo Creed.
But even Iron Mike Tyson was never undefeated.
That's true, and how did he lose his fights? If you could ride through that initial wave of intimidation, if you could survive that early onslaught, you could find that opening. That's what Buster Douglas did. It took round 10 to knock Tyson down. But right now, Jarrett Diaz might have to get saved by the bell to get out of round 1. The closer knows O'Shea Edwards well. He knows what to do here, but knowing what to do and being able to do it are two very different things, especially when you're in there with somebody with the raw power, the raw tenacity, just the overwhelming dominance of O'Shea Edwards. And then you have that annoying pest Bushi out there to just make it even worse. Not a good night so far for the challenger, but he's able to get out of an early 2 count there.
I mean, the fans here are stunned as to the dominance so far of the champ, O'Shea Edwards.
It is amazing to see this man at work. It is amazing to see what he can do in that ring. But now Diaz finally might have an opening. Dropkick takes O'Shea to a knee.
Oh, and gets him off his feet. Oh, yes. Boy.
But Diaz goes to the well a few too many times. And O'Shea saw the same thing we saw, that shoulder apparatus. And that is just a attack me here sign. That might as well be what that is.
It's like the old kick me sign on the back here. People put on the back of somebody.
Happened to me a few times. And now repeated body slams from the big bad Kaiju. Power slam this time. And the champion trying to make it a short night. He doesn't get paid by the hour, he gets paid by the win.
How is Jarrett Diaz even moving in that ring?
He's moving right now, but I have a feeling he's not going to be moving so well tomorrow. That's the impression I'm getting. O'Shea now scooping up Jarrett Diaz. Stun gun. Stun gun delivered. And the big boot, the extension that O'Shea Edwards, a man of that size, to get that foot so far up in the air. And now you see on the replay how effortlessly O'Shea can scoop Diaz up for that power slam. Only gets a 2 count.
Junkyard Dog-esque.
Thumped him.
At what point does the referee say, you know, Jarrett Diaz has had enough?
Well, right now, Diaz is going to have to answer that 10 count if he wants this to continue. And O'Shea is not going out to get him. He will take a count out win.
A win's a win.
A win is a win. It is up to Jarrett Diaz to answer that count. It is at 7, and Diaz is still on his knees. 1 second away. 1 second away. O'Shea broke the count. Are you kidding me? Diaz looked like he was going to just barely beat that 10 count. Maybe he wouldn't have. But O'Shea Edwards is now toying with him. O'Shea Edwards is toying with Jarrett Diaz. And now he is going to go out and get the closer. But Diaz may have been playing a little bit of possum there. Jarrett Diaz may have thought that I understand O'Shea Edwards. I know this man's ego. I know he's going to come out and get me. And that was exactly what Diaz was banking on, now firing O'Shea's arm into that post. You can break a bone. It doesn't matter how big you are. If that arm is broken, that arm is broken. And you know Diaz does not want to win by countout. He saw what happened with the Golden Era. Yes, they got to see Security Inc. taken out of here in cuffs, but Security Inc. are still the tag team champions once they get out of jail. O'Shea Edwards needs to be pinned or submitted. And just saying that out loud. Who's going to pin or submit O'Shea Edwards? How can Jarrett Diaz do that?
It's like an oxymoron.
And now O'Shea taking Jarrett's shoulder brace off. Oh no, he's going for that post. Diaz though sends O'Shea face first, but O'Shea doesn't even go down. Took that post head on moonsault.
Still not down.
No. No, he is not. O'Shea gonna do it again now. But again, this time O'Shea does go down. O'Shea wiped out. It just feet away from us. Jay Bougie trying to get his man back into this. Again, the vanity, the ego of O'Shea Edwards. Trying that same move twice and it backfired 2 times. And this could be exactly what Jarrett Diaz needed to get back into this. This could be the opening that Jarrett Diaz needs.
Flies over the top rope.
Flying swanton from Jarrett Diaz. And you can feel the momentum shifting. A seismic momentum shift the second that O'Shea Edwards hit that post for the second time. And now the next challenge is getting O'Shea back in that ring. There you see that was the first, that was that moonsault that O'Shea catches and goes once again.
Well, Jarrett Diaz knows he can't win with a count out. He can't win the title with a count out.
He cannot, but there is the momentum changer right there on the replay. It is that post to the face the second time, knocking O'Shea out. But now, yes, you're exactly right, Carolina Jim, and there's that beautiful dive too. At 7, finally, O'Shea's back in the ring, and now Jarrett is smelling blood. Forearm sends the untrue Kaiju reeling back. But O'Shea catches him again. Can you believe it? The strength, the unmitigated power, and there's that bear hug. This is how O'Shea Edwards defeated Matt Quay in the rematch. There is no Papa Diaz to throw in the towel, but will Jarrett Diaz be able to withstand this? Will he have to tap out? Can he get to the rope? Can he fight his way out of it?
Crowd trying to get behind Diaz. Diaz trying to get to the rope to break the count.
And he had a little bit of breathing room there, but then O'Shea cinches in again, now doing a deep squat. Lowering his center of gravity so he's harder to move. Bell clap! The bell clap breaks the bear hug. But Diaz was not able to take off. Release, German suplex. Not to be confused with the Mexican suplex to Tommy Vex. Completely different move.
Don't confuse those two.
And now you can feel the air let out of the Orwigsburg Veterans Memorial as O'Shea Edwards has stuffed the comeback attempt.
just talked about that momentum shifting. Well, it just shifted again.
Swinging like a pendulum. But it looks like O'Shea Edwards is going to want to put this one away for good. He's going all the way to the top.
If he lands this, it's over.
O'Shea taking his time, trying to steady himself. I don't know if he can. Those ropes are sagging mightily. Moonsault misses the mark. Big mistake by O'Shea Edwards. Back elbow sends the champion down flat on his back. This could be the last best chance for Jarrett Diaz if he can follow up. If he can cement a victory here, can become the new AXW champion. Begging for O'Shea Edwards to get to his feet. Warming up that band. O'Shea has no idea what's in store for him. Feints a little too much. O'Shea catches the kick. And now, a little bit of an Oklahoma stampede. Neck into the turnbuckle. O'Shea was able to put on the brakes after Diaz got out of that. And Poison Rana delivered.
Can he capitalize?
O'Shea convulsing, but he's got to turn O'Shea around.
Now what's Jay Bougie doing?
Bougie up on the apron, knee to the back of the head. Shining Wizard to the back of the head. 1, 2, no. No, Quay now chasing Bougie all around.
American Hammer, Quay.
Bougie running for his life. Bougie fell down, still trying. Bougie's running out of here. Quay has run Jay Bougie out of Orwigsburg. Roll up by Edwards, handful of tights, 1, 2, no! Even with the handful of tights, O'Shea cannot put Jarrett Diaz out. And now you can see the disbelief in the face of our champion. He has no backup. His dirty tricks didn't work. And Jarrett Diaz seems to have an answer for everything O'Shea's doing. Well scouted, super kick. Super kick delivered. Springboard cutter.
Can he cover him?
If Jarrett Diaz can turn him around, we could have a new champion here. O'Shea's over. 1, 2, no!
Oh!
It doesn't get any closer than that, just a 2. Shoulder up, senior official Ben Barnett right on it. But milliseconds away, Jarrett Diaz milliseconds away from winning that AXW World Championship. And O'Shea's still not moving. Let's see how close that count was again. There's the big cutter. And just that little bit of extra time it took to get O'Shea Edwards flipped over, you saw it there. That was a 2 count, you remember it, but it was that extra bit of time we just showed you that was the difference between winning the title and coming close to winning the title. And now Jarrett Diaz looking for another way to finish this one off. But O'Shea able to put that big frame up on the ropes and was able to knock Diaz off. Neck and chest against the top rope, and Diaz is just holding on. Gripping that top rope, that's the only thing keeping him on his feet right now.
Both wrestlers showing that they've been in a war.
Exhaustion setting in. It is beyond fatigue, it is exhaustion setting in right now. And it looks like O'Shea Edwards is going for that big superplex, quaking the entire building, quaking all of Schuylkill County. For the 1, 2, that'll do it.
Here is your winner, and still AXW World Heavyweight Champion, O'Shea Edwards.
And it took everything that O'Shea had. It took every last trick in the book, every ounce of power. You can see the sweat beating off of him. But the one true kaiju still reigns supreme. Jarrett Diaz leaving it all on the table, has nothing to be ashamed of, but it just wasn't enough to topple the monster. O'Shea Edwards is going to leave tonight. He's going to leave Orwigsburg the way he came in, the AXW World Champion. He is still standing. But we will be back on September 14th for an Education and Rebellion. We know one match already, Lance ANOA'I and Leo Sparrow, to determine who will challenge Tommy VECS to become the first ever Heritage Champion. Will O'Shea Edwards answer the challenge of Richard Holliday? That's the other big question. But there you see the Kaiju standing tall, collecting a lot of belts, and keeping the most important one of all, that AXW heavyweight title. Carolina Jim, thank you so much for joining me here tonight on commentary.
It's been a pleasure, Brian.
It has been an amazing night for Carolina Jim. This is BP Bird saying thank you, AXW Nation, and good night. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.